What's up everybody, Kevin here. I have an awesome cheesecake recipe for you guys. I use this during contest prep. Last time I prepped, I ate this probably on a daily basis to hit my macros. Because at the time I couldn't really fit in a bunch of stuff that tasted good. So I had to make my own concoction. And I found this awesome cheesecake recipe. I tweaked it over and over and over again, and I have perfected it. So if you have a sweet tooth, this recipe is going to be for you. It tastes just like cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, even better. So today we're going to be making Oreo cheesecake. If I remember correctly, macros on this are 2 grams of fat per slice, 7 carbs, 26 protein. After we make it, we'll redo the macros to get the exact for you guys, and I'm going to take you through the whole process of making it. It takes a little while, but it's totally worth it. So I'm going to take you guys through the ingredients really quickly, and then we're going to start making this thing. So we're making 2 cheesecakes. These are 9-inch cheesecake pans. You will need that. Let's see, before we get started, go ahead and take some pan butter spray. Spray the crap out of it. Okay, this will actually make a little tiny crust, very small, but just a little bit. So you just want to spray in there nice and good so it doesn't stick. You want to set your oven to 325, which I've already done. You can see right there. So the awesome thing is while that's heating up, we're gonna mix this together. So first ingredient, obviously cream cheese, fat-free, of course. Non-fat cottage cheese. It's gonna kind of give it that volume to it. Chobani, non-fat Greek yogurt. Are you seeing a trend here? Non-fat, okay? Splenda, very important. Gotta sweeten it. Now you can get any type of protein you want. I haven't made it with this protein yet. This is gonna be awesome. The macros on this are really good. 2.5 fat, 6 carb, 23 grams of protein. I've never made it cheesecake with protein that has fat in it. Usually I go fat-free, carb-free, but I decided to go with this, and I had this the other night by itself, and this is probably the best protein I've had yet. So we're going to try this tonight. This is awesome also because if you guys can see in there, there's little cookies, Oreo cookies in there. So, yeah. Alright, so let's get started on making. First ingredient to the cheesecake, obviously, is fat-free cream cheese. So what you're going to do is you're going to get 3 8-ounce packages, okay? So, or it's going to be 24 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. So you're going to open it up. We have 2 containers, obviously, so we have 2 servings. So I'm going to put this in the bowls. We'll show you guys. Tip for you guys, when you go buy the fat-free cream cheese, it's going to be very hard because it's been refrigerated. Let it sit out for about an hour. So if you're gonna make this after you work out, leave the cream cheese out at room temperature for about an hour. When you come back, then you can make it, because now it's nice and soft. So it's gonna be a lot easier when we use the mixer and mix everything together. Okay, so we have our 24 ounces of cream cheese in both of these. So before you add anything else, go ahead and take your mixer. Do not do it by hand, don't be an idiot, okay? Use a tool, that's why they made these. So mix these up very, 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 very fine. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up until you get a really nice, smooth consistency. Then we'll move on to the next step. So slam it down first. And then just start on low and then just kind of go from there. Alright, so we have this all mixed up. Okay, next step. We're going to take our handy dandy scale. Because if you count your macros, you should have a scale. So we're going to turn it on. Hopefully that stays. Maybe not. Go over there. Okay. Alright, so we have the scale on. It's zeroed out. Now it's zeroed out. Okay, so you're going to put 450 grams. Okay. Just get the plain, you don't need to get vanilla, okay? Make it less carbs, make it less fat. Just get vanilla. So, I'm gonna grab a spoon. Okay, 450. $4.55, okay. We'll take that. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other bowl. Obviously, then we're gonna mix it up again. So I'm gonna do the other bowl now. Okay, next step. So we have our fat-free yogurt and fat-free cream cheese all mixed up. Next step, you're gonna take non-fat cottage cheese, okay? If you're making one, it's 112 grams. Okay, if you're making two, 224 grams. So let me grab a knife. Okay, so we're gonna make 224 grams. $190. 226. Close enough. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend this. So I have a little like GE Ninja whatever thing. So what you want to do is blend the crap out of this thing. So make sure you slam it down and all the cottage cheese is around it. And you want to blend it up, probably for about 2 to 3 minutes. So we have the cottage cheese all mixed up. Let's open this up and give you guys a look. Okay, so it's blended. I mean, it's not chunky at all. That's what you want. You just want it smooth consistency. Basically, it's just gonna make this cheesecake have a nice volume, a little bit of texture to it. So what we're gonna do is, again, since I have a nice scale, I can do this. If not, you guys can just split it up in halves. So obviously I'm just gonna put 112 grams in each container. Ooh. 112, sweet. Alright, so we'll do the same on the other one. Alright, so we just got done putting the cottage cheese in the bowl. So now we're going to mix it up until it's nice and creamy, just like cheesecake. So we just got done blending those, nice and creamy. You need 2 eggs per cheesecake. I need 4 eggs. So I'm using Eggland's Best, cage-free, blah, blah, blah. The reason I'm using these is because they're brown eggs, which they taste better in my opinion, and they have 1 gram less fat. So these have 4 grams of fat per egg. So we're gonna crack it. Boom. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Woo. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for 1 second. Next thing, you want to take sugar-free, fat-free Jell-O cheesecake. This is gonna help it keep the form, or make a form like cheesecake. It's gonna help it taste. It's gonna kind of give it that little bit of texture like cheesecake, and it's gonna make it taste almost like cheesecake. So what you want to do is put 8 grams in each bowl. So I'm gonna get a, just gonna get a measuring cup. We'll use that. We're gonna put 8 grams in each bowl. Alright, so there's 1, boom. There's 2, boom. Alright, so we got that. The awesome thing is you only use maybe about a half a packet of this, and it's cheap. It's like 50 cents. So keep this for the next time you use it, because I guarantee you will be using it. Alright, next thing you're going to do, before you mix that in, Splenda. It's going to be your best friend when you're dieting or whatever. Now, I like my stuff really sweet. So, you guys are going to think this is crazy, but let's just see how much sugar I put in. There's Splenda. Okay, I probably put about 2 cups. Yes, Manny, that is a lot of Splenda. That's the cameraman who's laughing behind the camera. So, but I like myself sweet. Now, let's mix all this stuff up, okay? Just put it on low so you don't make a huge mess. Okay, mix it up a little bit. Okay, when you have it mixed up just slightly, then what you want to do, take your handy dandy protein powder, okay? And yes, I am going to weigh this. So we're looking for 35 grams and we need 2 scoops. Now again, you can use any type of flavor, but I recommend doing Oreo, or what is this, cookies and cream, because it tastes, in my opinion, this is the best one I've made so far, is the cookies and cream. So we're looking for 35 grams, 36, count it, 1, come on. Oh, come on, really? All right, we'll do, oh, nice, okay, 35, boom. So we'll do the same thing on the other one, but first let's mix this up real quick. So again, nice and low. Okay, and you can tell that the cookies in there are gonna, I mean, it's gonna make like a cookie crust, so it's gonna, oh, I cannot wait to eat this. This is really good. Okay, so we've mixed it up. Okay, so Manny, come take a look at this consistency. Doesn't that look bomb? It kind of looks like pudding, a little bit. So we have one more ingredient technically, and that's cinnamon. Okay, obviously cheesecake kind of has a cinnamony taste to it, so you want to add, don't add too much. Okay, add a decent amount. Now you don't have to if you want, but in my opinion it makes it taste good. So now we would usually be done, but I have to show you my special ingredient, my secret ingredient, okay? Sugar-free caramel syrup. And you want to know how many calories this has? 0, okay? Do not put a lot of this, okay? This is usually for coffee, but this is my secret ingredient, okay? You just want to dash. Just a shot, half a shot, okay? And you want to mix that up. So we're going to mix that up. And then we're going to put that bitch in the oven. Woo! This smells so good. Alright, so everything's mixed up. Now, before you put it in the cheesecake bowl, okay, what you want to do is take your finger. Oh man, that's going to be bomb. And make sure it tastes good. If you want to add more Splenda or caramel or cinnamon, add that before you put it in the bowl. So let's take this and let's make some magic. So we're going to put these, we have our cheesecake pans already all hammed up and ready to go. So, I mean, it's nice and thick. It's not watery, it's not runny. It's beautiful. If you're contest prepping, this is going to save some lives. Okay, so we have the cheesecakes in there. So what you're going to do, just make sure it's kind of smooth and nice and flat on the bottom. They will raise, okay, because of the ingredients in it, they will raise. So let's just pop them in the oven. You want to put them in the center rack, right in the middle. I think I can fit both of them. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do, set the timer. We're going to set it for 38 minutes. You might be asking yourself, why 38? Because that's the best, from what I've done, it gives it the best consistency and it bakes the best at 38 minutes. So 38 minutes, 325. So right now, since I have time to kill, I'm going to go do cardio, come back, I'm going to change the timer, going to change the temperature on the oven, and then we're going to show you guys the next step. The timer just went off, it was in there for 38 minutes. Let's have a smell. Oh my god. And see how much those have raised? Look at that. That's perfect. Oh, that smells awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to reset the timer. Okay? So let's reset it to 95 minutes. 80. Ooh, too much. Okay, 95 minutes. Okay, or an hour and 35 minutes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the temperature down to 200. Okay, so we're going to leave that. In. So just let it sit for 90 minutes. When that's done, we're going to come back and then we're going to take it out, leave it on the table for about 2 hours, and then we're going to put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight. And then tomorrow morning we're going to cut into it and we're going to try it. Alright, so it's been 95 minutes in the oven. Time to take them out. So let's turn that off, turn that off. Smells good. So let's take these out. Alright, these smell really good. So, as you can see, they are all done. They kind of have a, if I can turn this light on. There we go. So, I mean, you can see they kind of have a crust from the pan butter, which is nice. So what you want to do is leave these out for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then put them in the refrigerator, let them chill overnight, and then go ahead and cut right into them. So, that's it. I will... in the morning I'll cut them open, I will list the macros for you guys, and that's it. Right, so it's the next morning. As you can tell, I'm tired, but these are done. So all we're gonna do now is pop them. So, and you can see before I cut into them, I mean they look like cheesecake, they just don't have the crust. So all you have to do now is just cut it open. So let's see if I can do this. I'll cut myself just a small, tiny piece. Alright. Let me get my spatula. Handy dandy. Come on. Alright, so there it is. Now we're going to do a taste test. Let's see. Man, that's good. Alright, so just so you don't believe me, we're going to have Manny try it. So let me see the camera. Alright, go ahead and try it. Okay, Manny's never had this before. We're gonna see what he thinks.
Tastes just like cheesecake.
Boom, there it is. Macros will be listed in the description box. So give it a try. Hope you guys enjoy it and have some fun with the flavors.